conduct market research using Facebook. So if you've seen my previous videos, I've covered how to conduct market research offline. Now I'm going to illustrate and give some examples of how you might use Facebook to conduct market research. This is important because Facebook is still a really effective social media tool, and it's a great way to reach people quickly and on a large scale. So there's two different ways that you may attempt to conduct market research on Facebook. The first way is to post on your Facebook timeline. This is great because depending on the length of your question and depending on the length of the question, it will show up as a big, instead of as on someone's newsfeed, it will stand out very clearly as a question that pops up in a box. And the advantage of that is that people who are scrolling through the newsfeed will see it very quickly because it captures their attention. It's not a long-winded question. It's a very short question, limited number of characters, and I can give an overview of how that looks like on Facebook in another video and how that might be effective in reaching people and grabbing people's attention. But you want to create kind of conversation and get information by surveying people. So let's just say my topic is on trading cryptocurrency. So a question might be is, what challenges have you experienced with trading cryptocurrency? Or if I want to be even more specific and narrow down to a specific kind of cryptocurrency, I can say, what is your biggest challenge with trading Bitcoin? And I can post this on my Facebook timeline and invite a conversation. I can get people to sort of chime in on their experiences and sort of follow up with questions about, what is it with trading that people want to know about? Is it they want to know the basics of trading? They want to know how to trade on a large scale. They want to learn how to trade using algorithms. Or is it they want to learn how to build bots? Trading is such a broad topic, and right now the goal is just to cover a broad range. And so my suggestion is to test different topics to sort of widen and broaden your research. Because when you're first starting out, your goal is to learn as much as you can about what people are interested in, because then it'll help you narrow down what you focus on building your first product and course on. And narrowing it down later on is easier rather than starting with a very narrow approach and then later on having to broaden it out. This gives you room to sort of work with different topics and to think and to understand what are people interested in, and make notes and say, well, the first challenge that I've had a lot of response to is how to use algorithms. Another thing that people have been really posting and commenting on my post is how to build a trading bot with GitHub. And so then you can create a course with those two topics already in mind if that fits into your first product. Or you may decide to build a mini course and just start out with one course as a product, and your first course as a product on algorithms, using algorithms to trade Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. And then you can devote another mini course all about software for trading cryptocurrency or Bitcoin at a larger level. The goal is just to recognize that market research is really useful and very effective to gain insights into your audience and to focus on where you need to base your first product on. Now, the other option, which is helpful as well and can be very effective, is posting a Facebook group. The best way to do this is to research Facebook groups that are either open or closed and surveying people in that group. Now, the best way to look in Facebook is to look for Facebook groups that are similar to your target market or the target market that you would like to build a product for. So let's just look at another example. Let's just say your course is about you want to look at and understand whether busy moms have a hard time making school lunches. And so the best way that you would do this is to look for mommy groups on Facebook. And there's tons of mommy groups on Facebook. You can just search moms supporting moms, mom entrepreneurs, moms, getting things done. There's just so many. And if you do a quick scan on Facebook, you will find that. And I can do a quick video on that next time just so that you can see, but this is just sort of an overview, an outline of how you might approach conducting Facebook market research in their groups. And now, so you can post the question that I just suggested, or you could even ask if, check with the moderators and post your survey and say, hey, I'm trying to understand, based on my experiences, how moms prepare healthy lunches for their kids. And I'd love it if you help me by allowing me to post this survey. And by posting this survey and getting feedback, you're really learning more about your market. You're learning more about whether, making school lunches is a challenge for moms, and whether, like pre-made sort of paleo, keto style prepared lunches for their kids would be more effective on their time and for their, mental and physical energy. So if you do post a survey, I would highly suggest that your question is no more than 4 questions maximum. And the idea is that people have short attention spans, and so they're not going to fill out a 10-question survey because they're going to get tired. Also offer an incentive for filling out the survey. In exchange, you could say, well, at the end of this, I'm going to give out, a $20 Amazon gift card. Or you say, as a thank you for filling out my survey, I will share the results with you. Or you could say, I will happily offer some of my favorite lunch preparation, healthy lunch preparations, tips and meal suggestions that I've made for my kids, school lunches that I would be happy to share with you. The idea is, if you're asking people for feedback, you're asking for their time. And as we all know, online and everywhere else in life, it's a give and take. So anytime you're asking for something, try to offer something as a genuine gratitude for their help and for their time. Make sure your question includes a first name, last name, and an email address so that you can follow up to see if they would be interested in hearing more from you. So that's just a quick overview on how to use Facebook to conduct market research. Remember, this is just an overview, that there's a lot more in depth that I'll cover in the next video. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment or question if you have any follow-ups or you want to hear more about this.